Hey, what's up to the connects out there in high vibes? In today's video, I just want to talk about basically judge yourself before you judge other people. Taking the time to reflect on yourself and doing your own inner reflectings, basically. To better yourself and not only just to better yourself actually, but to better the whole world at the same time. So we've all. So let's give an example or like start off. We've all basically judged people. We've always pointed fingers. Judged them for this or judged them for that, but have have any of you ever really taken the time to judge yourself before you judge other people? Because I know there's a lot of people out there that like to judge other people. Judge people the way they wear clothes. Judge people based upon the way they look. By the skin color or by which religion. There's too much judgmental people. There's not a people that are judging themselves for the things that they have done in their life. Or certain things that they need to reflect on so that they can make themselves a better person and help the world a better place. Because there's too many people that are just judgmental in particular. There's people that the ego is too much out of control with people. You have to learn to observe yourself, observe your reality, and take in the note that basically you need to stop judging other people. Not judge them based on their color, their race, their ethnicity, the way they wear their clothes. Because at the end of the day, we're all human. We're all connected. We're all spirit. All these things. These clothes, the skin color. It's there to separate us, and it's meant to teach us that beyond the colors, beyond those things, we're all one single source of energy from spirit, and we are sparks of that spirit that are separated. It's like imagine a tree. Well, imagine this source right here, and it grows all these roots and it blossoms, all these things. You're at the center of it, and it spreads out and it gives life to all different forms of spirits and all these different realities and things like that. You're part of that. People need to understand, you can't just judge people just because they're different. Yeah, people are going to be different. You have to learn to accept that there's going to be differences. There's going to be one tree is going to look different than the other tree. Not one tree is going to grow exactly like the other tree. All trees, but they're all unique in the same time. It's like there's too many people out there want to be racist. These people are black or white or they're Asian and stuff. It's like if you're racist out there and you are being judgmental towards people, it's like you need to take the time to reflect and go within yourself and stop judging people, because that's just your ego thinking that, oh, these people are this, or you have dealing with certain programs that have been put upon you that aren't actually benefiting you, that actually separating you and actually making you become a happy person. The ego gives you the illusion that you're happy, that you're making fun of these people. You're discouraging these people because they're different or something like that, even if they're by the body shape or the size. Being judgmental is something in this world that needs to come to an end. But there are some people that will be judged by spirit. Of course, they will be punished accordingly, because I'm not going to get into that, but it's like there will be people that will be basically get punished, and there will people be judged. Sometimes you got to leave that up to the spirit. But also there are spiritual warriors out there that have to do certain things. But anyways, uh all these people, if you judge people because they wear different clothes, even if it's like a $5 t-shirt, a $5 pair of pants, it's like that's being judgmental. It's like if you look within yourself and you see that, that's just separating yourself. That's your ego saying, oh, this person wears this, I can't even talk to this person, or this person is probably doesn't have a lot of cash, so I can't put myself with that person because my ego doesn't like that. My ego wants to sit there and think that I need to have all these things in my life that make me a better person, but in all reality, that gives you the fake life. You're living illusions, so you're gonna attract that type of stuff into your life. You don't want to be sitting out here judging people because they wear different clothes. If you're a girl and you see a guy wearing some cheaper clothing and you think, oh, this guy he's all raggedy and blah blah blah, it's because he's wearing like some cheap clothing, but deep inside he's got a really good heart. Or even with a girl, she may not have the best clothing, but just because the heart that's inside, that's what matters sometimes. It's not these physical things that matter, because it doesn't matter. Matter doesn't matter. You have to start realizing that you don't take your clothing with you when you die. You don't take your shoes. You don't take your skin color with you. You don't take any of the things that are physical here with you. What do you take when you leave? You take your spirit when you leave. You know, does your ego leave this place? No, your ego stays here. So if you're based in your judgmentalness off of, your ego, and you're judging people based off illusions, you're going to be judged by your own ego, and you're going to get basically trapped here, and you're going to get stuck here because you were too busy judging other people, but you weren't going to judge yourself. There's always a motto that I went by for a long time in my life. It's always judge yourself before you judge others, because you could be sitting there being a contradiction to yourself, saying, oh, this person's that and that, but you haven't taken the time to even meditate or even go within to see, what's truly inside. A lot of people, they haven't taken any time. There's so many people that are so judgmental. They haven't took a little bit of time in their life to even go within to see, you know, that there's too much judgmental. You know, they're separating themselves from other people. You know, there's even when I was in school, you know, I was so observant. You know, I saw how people were judgmental. I seen all the different programs that were running on. You know, I'm more aware of it than I was now, and I was able to view it because I have a really good memory. But you know, I saw all the programming, I saw all the little clicks, you know, I saw all the little programs, you know, they had their own, they even tell you, you know, they even show you in some movies, you know, everyone's got their own little programs, and it's all little divisions to separate people from actually coming together, you know. They've been programming kids from the start to get people separated, you know. They got people fighting each other, they got people, all these things, judging this, judging that, you know. It's like, there's no way this world's gonna get fixed if everyone's pointing the finger at everyone else, but now they want to point the finger at themselves and judge themselves for the actions and things that they have done, you know. We've all done stuff that are messed up, but we have to judge ourselves and go within and forgive ourselves for the things that we have done that are messed up, or things that we have done, you know, and learn to accept that, you know, that's the ego, and we have to move beyond that and work together as a collective, basically, to help each other grow. It's not about saying, oh, this person's that or that. You know, you have to learn to understand certain people. You know, you have to learn to understand that there's different programs that are running on people, that some people are, you know, unconscious. There are some people that are LLAs, medium LLAs, you know, and certain things like that. And it's like, and with loving people, you know, it's like, give the love to the people that really deserve it. You know, don't just give your love, because those will become energy vampires. You know, if you give your love so much to somebody and they don't even appreciate that love that you give out, you know, it's all right to give people love, but don't give people so much love to the point where, you know, you're giving your energy up, because people will take that and abuse it. I've seen people in relationships that pour out their heart to somebody that gives them that love that they think that person deserves, but in the end, you know, all that person does is draining, becoming emotionally unstable, and getting hurt in their life because they were loving the wrong people. You know, you got to learn to love your spirit before you can love other people. And even if you do find a way to love yourself, you know, love the people that love themselves, because, and though that are coming together, you know, especially with my RTM Spirit Family community, I highly recommend that. You know, come check us out at reprogramthematrix.com. You know, get on the forum, you know, come join us, you know, ask questions, you know, do those things, you know, stop judging people, you know, learn to, you know, stop criticizing other people. You know, if you haven't taken the time to criticize yourself for the certain things, you know, if you're judging other people based on how they look, you know, the way they look, or certain things, or the things that they've done, you know, you're just the ego person. You know, you're just judging people because you want to separate yourself. You want to sit there and, you know, basically, you know, separate yourself from other people. You know, like these agents out here, they want to separate you. You know, they want you to get you fearful, they want you to get you separated from actually being part of people that are like-minded and being in a spiritual community. Because what is the most important thing? Coming together, you know, connecting with people and doing that. You know, they don't want that. They want you to sit there and divide yourself and conquer yourself. They don't want you to realize, you know, all your true potential in your life. You know, when you can come together, and this world would be a better place by actually not judging people, and actually, you know, realizing that we're all like, we're humans. You know, we shit, we eat, we breathe, we laugh, you know, we pee, we all do these things, you know. But the ego wants to sit there and say, oh, you do this, you have a different personality. You know, they want to sit there and separate you from that, because they want to separate you from the people that are, you know, all right, you know, like me or anybody at my spiritual family community at RTM. You know, we understand, as we, not the me, we understand that it's not about judging people. It's not about, you know, certain things like that. But it's like, we all come together. We have differences, but we know we come together because we have that one spirit that's inside of us, and we understand that, you know, when we come together and we rise up as a spiritual family. And that's what it's supposed to be. You know, these agents will try to be like, oh, your car is this, or, you know, you have a different style than this, so that way, you know, I can't hang around you, or all these different type of shit. You know, it's like, we all come in this world one way, we all leave this world one way. You know, we all come into this world, we live, we die. You know, we go from birth to death, and that's the way it is. You know, if you think that, you know, if you're gonna sit there and judge people your whole life, and you're gonna be like, oh, your religion's this or that, even if you judge people on their religion, you know, it's okay to believe in something, you know, but, you know, you want to get out of that program, you know, learn, go through those steps, basically, so you can get out of that program and get back to the true source. Because, you know, one of my videos I talk about, religions are just basically, you know, all programmed and just there to get you all mind fucked, and basically, you know, take away your energy, not really truly tap into who you truly are. You know, these agents just want to make you fearful, and they're going to continue to try to, like, get you afraid. You know, they're going to try to get you afraid, they're going to try to vamp your energy. You know, they're going to kind of try to get you back in the old con cycles. You know, they're going to keep on trying to do these things. The reason why, you know, some of the stuff that you may think, oh, this guy just keeps repeating it, it's like, no, I'm not repeating it. I got to keep putting it in a certain way, so that way some of you people can actually understand it. It's not that I'm trying to be mean or be like some type of person, you know. It's like there's balance to everything, you know. And people need to understand there's, you know, there's love and there's evilness, you know. some people think that, when someone has to be punished, basically, they think that it's evil. It's like, you think agents gonna care if it sends you negative energy sometimes? Like, you think they're gonna care if they hurt you and they make you feel bad sometimes? Like, no, they don't. Some of them don't give a crap, but like, doesn't mean they don't have a spirit inside of them. Doesn't mean they don't have that type of energy. But there are holograms and stuff like that. People that are soulless out here. It's like, you gotta learn to protect yourselves from these type of people. You gotta learn to balance yourself out so that way you can protect yourself. Because if you're sitting there allowing people to judge you and base their ego onto you, that program is going to run off on you, and you're going to be judging other people based off that, that type of judgmental mentality, unless you learn to balance yourself out and see both dualities and realities within yourself and become one with those realities. Basically, you're going to start to see things from a whole other perspective. It's just not about, thinking that it's all about love, but, it is about love, but, there's also duality. Like in nature, there's a squirrel, it could get ran over one day and it's all of a sudden dead. That's the dark part of reality. There could be a lion and there could be a gazelle, and that lion's like, fuck this gazelle, I'm gonna eat this gazelle. And that's the dark part of spirituality. There's the good people and there's the bad people. There's gonna be times where the good people have to punish the bad people, and then there's gonna be times where the bad people are gonna be in their egos and they're gonna try to punish the good people for being good. It's like, it's just part of reality, and you have to learn to understand that. Because if you can't understand that, then you're going to be stuck in certain cycles that are going to hold you back from progressing in your life and actually truly attaining to a higher consciousness. You have to learn to balance yourself out in all dualities so you can become one with the true reality. Life is mysterious in all sorts of ways, but if you're not truly balancing yourself out, you're not going to get to your higher perspective. That's the only way you can get to your higher perspective, is balancing yourself out and taming your ego. Meditation, balance yourself out, observing, journaling, doing these things, so that way you can actually get to a certain point where you see things for what they are. It's not just about thinking that you can just judge people all the time. You have to learn to go within and see the things that you've done wrong. Go back and what you can remember and see the things that you've judged people for, and then like think about yourself and say, did I really judge that person? Like, what if I was that type of, like, once if I was just doing that because it was my ego, and it was something that my ego was lashing out just to divide myself, to make myself feel good and fit in with certain people, or make myself seem popular, things like that. There's all these ads, all these things that are separating people. There's just all these different ads, logos, things that are separating people from actually, coming together. Oh, this brand's better than this brand. This company is this company. It's all different little systems that are just there to just basically divide. Schools there to just basically teach people, to teach and program kids to get them, divided from actually coming together. Because if we were out in nature, and we're teaching kids about the real reality and things like that, and actually teaching them, it's like, it's good to know math and things like that, and like know how to spell things and things like that. But at some point, we didn't even need to even have math and things like that, because we just understood it. Now we got all these different concept stuff. It's like minusculing things down and down and down until I get super separated and people like all super lost inside of this maze, and you got to find all these different parts and put the puzzle pieces back together, so that way when you do get the puzzle piece, you can start to get the bigger picture, so that way you can see more what is going on here, so you can actually see the certain things that are happening in this reality. Because if you can't put the puzzle together, or you can't pick up on the things that are dividing you, how are you going to be able to see the things that are going to continue you together? Because if you're dividing yourself and you can't see the things that are dividing, you have to learn to bring those things together and understand that they all come from that same source. All these different things are just, different things that are separating people. You just have to learn to get that consciousness, so that way you can understand this a lot better, because there's a certain consciousness that you have to be in order to understand a certain message. It's like, when Astro puts out this video, if you're viewing things from a very low perspective, you're going to get the information at a low perspective. You want to tune your frequencies to a higher perspective, so that, and meditate and go within and observe yourself and journal, and self-reflect on certain things, so that way you can make yourself grow. Because if you're not reflecting, and actually seeing yourself for who you truly are, it's like, what are you seeing? All you're seeing is the illusion. You're seeing, you're going outside of yourself. You're not actually going within and seeing yourself, what you truly are as a spiritual being. You have to go within your heart and go into that, higher stage of consciousness, basically. And once you get there, you'll see what I mean, and you'll start to understand things from a higher perspective. There's a lot of people out there that believe in, this unconditional, like, this type of love that you give to everybody. It's like, you can give unconditional love to the people that are truly lovable, because like I said, people will become energy vampires and vamp you of the energy. They'll take you advantage of you. They'll rob you. There's certain times, if like you've ever been into a relationship and you really love somebody and you poured out your heart to that person, and they just totally cheated on you, or they really fucked you over and things like that, and all of a sudden your heart and you're all emotionally fucked up because you gave out so much love, so much trust to this person, that unconditional love, that when they betrayed you, you were hurt because you didn't put up the proper shieldings to understand that some people will take that energy and rob you of it and betray you. You know, there are people that are snakes out here that will betray you. You know, there are people out here that will take advantage of that love because it's all energy. You know, if people can use that energy, they're going to use it for evil. You know, evil is love spelled backwards is evil. You know, you should understand that. You know, so it's like, just turn up, get your frequencies high. You know, I haven't made a video in a little bit, but I just want to make this video about, you know, not judging people. You know, learn to self-reflect on yourself and really truly go within, so that way you can make this world a better place. Because there's, you know, you can see in the world, too many people are judging this. You know, if they even show you on TV, you know, they're programming people right on TV. You know, they're like, oh, you know, this is that, you know, and then they cue the laughs. You know, there's programs all going around. You know, like, if you even watch TV, you know, if you really start to pay attention, you know, when I was a kid, I was wondering why, what the fuck were all these stupid laughs were about. You know, like the fake laughs. You know, they would say something, right, and all of a sudden they would just cue laugh, and then there'd be like a background laugh, right? It's like, was that a joke? To me, I would think like that wasn't even fucking funny at all. Like, that was pretty fucking stupid. You know, some of these programs that are out there, you know, they're pretty stupid, and like, if you're not paying attention, they're just making you stupid, basically. It's like, I'm not calling you stupid, but like, they just bring your mind into a lower state where you're just acceptable. You know, they call you people sheep. You know, you basically just follow the herd. You know, they say that, oh, go wear this brand of clothing, you go wear this brand of clothing, then you just go and do it. You know, take the time to see, you know, wear the things that you resonate with. You know, make a meaning behind them. You know, do the things that are going to make you a better person and make it vibrate out in the world, so that way it changes the world. You know, don't just be judgmental towards people, and learn to accept people for who they are sometimes, and have those shields up, balance yourself out, and do all those things. But that's all I want to say in this video. Peace in and out with my highest vibrations, my full love, and my full gratitude that's watching. Remember to turn yourself up and balance yourself to the highest vibrations.